It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got the Vikings leader at quarterback. He was terrific a week ago, well over 400 yards passing. It's the Vikings and the Packers, next on Madden Football.
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Vikings coming into play. Their offense is one that doesn't rely too heavily on just one guy. They like to spread things around as best they can.
You're right about that. It's a diverse unit, and they like to run their offense by what they call game plan, meaning each and every week they study the opponent.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. The numbers on the ground for Walker a week ago, pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. That one a first down pickup of 8. The Vikings at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they come in off a disappointment last time out. That put an end to their modest 3-game win streak.
And last week they took one on the chin, but to me, this is a pretty resilient bunch. So I don't think they'll dwell too much on that loss. They'll be looking to come out in this one and make amends right now.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. These two teams, you may remember, they met in Minnesota earlier in the year with the Vikings coming out victorious. So a victory here in Lambeau would give them a sweep of the season series. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They run again with Walker, and this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. They'll set up a throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On the set. Panther 60, Panther 60. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Back to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. The numbers for Jones last week: 23 carries, 5 yards past 100, and a touchdown.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there and are confident they can repeat it again this week.
Third and short yardage, Winston. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their deep came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a luck. But you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so. But maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25. Well, this defense for the Packers, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
17 yards, first down, Vikings.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They'll look to throw now on first down. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground.
That's caught inside the 20. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open it up to even more.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Michael Pittman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out there, a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush, because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up down on the ground.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by Pat Surtain.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
They'll roll him out right. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
I have to tell you, Brandon, I feel like a coach right now because I'm wondering why the angle route continues to be so effective when as an inside linebacker, you're always taught, don't let someone cross your face. If they want to go outside, it's okay. But they make that outside fake, cut back inside, often to great success.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
He's got one touchdown pass already in this quarter, obviously looking for number 2, and definitely not playing the check down game.
They'll look to throw again. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Here we go, shot! 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 19 Lions. 79 Broncos. Go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. 6-0 our score after 1. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. They'll try to throw now. Winston. That's complete to Dobbs. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. From the red zone now, Winston. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
They go back to the ground with Jones, and he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Jameis to throw it. A check down here to Jones. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Here is Michael Pittman and the rest of this offense getting set for the upcoming drive. Well, September sure treated him kindly. Now we flip over to October. Any reason to think that those numbers drop, or can he keep the pace up?
Well, he can keep the pace up, but it's going to get a lot more difficult now. To me, it's a lot like baseball, all right? When guys, when they first hit the league, whether it's a pitcher or a hitter, and they go through the league the first time and they're hot, people are going, wow, what a phenom. Then they get tape on them, they get scouting reports, they start to do different things. Let's see if he's going to adapt and expand his game in order to keep up that type of production.
That's a good call because he's a known entity. See how they defend him going forward. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. The Vikings send out their punter. And deep to return it is Marcus Jones. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Winston. Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Working out of the gun, Winston. Got a man, that's Richie James. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 1st downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Winston's throw on target to James. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Play fake. Winston. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Devin White defeating the offensive line and getting to the quarterback. 4th down and no hesitation from Matt LaFleur as he sends out the field goal unit. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately. there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season, and of course it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They're going to look to throw. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
They'll drop to throw. And a throw for Pittman is intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. The Packers on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and a mile. This one swung out here to Jones. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
4th down and no hesitation from Matt LaFleur as he sends out the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make...
A throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it?
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Vikings are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, their defense got them the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they've got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. play fake. He'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right, and he'll just get rid of it.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Winston. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Winston. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Winston's throw complete here on target to Tunyon. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Winston being chased out left. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So roughing the passer there, a big mistake defensively.
Yeah, and even though you've got a quarterback out of the pocket and the rules change downfield, that doesn't mean the same rules don't apply with the QB. Anything more than one step.
Touchdown, Packers. Kiki QT in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. So the drive there took 6 plays, and the result, a Green Bay score. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. From the 10. And he tries to get as much as he can here while protecting the football as he dives to the ground.
Let's go now.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission.
Dragon 60.
They'll throw now on the final play. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. So here are the Packers now to take over. They're in the driver's seat right now, and they were winners last week over the Seattle Seahawks, so trying to keep that momentum moving in the positive direction. First down, Winston. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Eluding the pressure. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. That's taken on the 25. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And Walker has it. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
70 Timberwolves.
Oh, he fakes a spike. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On play action, they'll throw. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Okay, ready? Panther 60, Panther 60.
They go play action here on 1st down. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. Walker is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Panther 11, Panther 11. 19 tight, 19 tight. Stop low, 18.
They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. Touchdown! Michael Pittman, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Winston on 3rd and 2. And, oh, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the 3rd quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt, Charles, with that pick 6.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Winston. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it,
and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Winston. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. To throw, Winston. Flush to his right. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he'll be tackled after a gain of 4, still 3 yards short. 4th down. 4th down and no hesitation from Matt LaFleur as he sends out the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And this one is right through, and that will cut the lead down to just 2. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Vikings to take over. They were losers a week ago to the Bears, but they lead things here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
18 Rattler.
They'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. And he'll find Pittman. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throw out wide to Walker. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Walker. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Now back to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Michael Pittman, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Vikings get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jameis to throw it. And now another one thrown incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at the 15. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
Ready.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game.
Back now at Lambeau. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 54 yards. And the Vikings look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this fourth quarter. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Another try after the first down sack. Winston, and that is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Vikings are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Mustang 19.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And this one in. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up third down. Back to throw again. He completes this to Walker. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. From the gun, it's Walker. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. Looking to throw. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Michael Pittman from 10 yards out. And the Vikings are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The Packers on third down. Can you believe it? 0 for 9 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. James has got it. Complete. He's going to have the first down and more than that. Loose inside the 30, inside the 10, and it's a Packers touchdown. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run. So much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot at it.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this one is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Throw left side taken in by Pittman. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. This one goes underneath to Walker. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Repeated the last play, finding Walker. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Panther 60, Panther 60. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 19 Lion. Ready,
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
19 Tiger.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Justin Jefferson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Vikings have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. To throw again on 2nd down. Winston. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Brian Burns able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Vikings will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Draw play, Winston to Jones. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. And that's it. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston. That's complete to Dobbs. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. First down, Winston. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now it looks like he'll throw here. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll look to throw here on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Jameis now on first down. This one swung out here to Jones. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Now Winston. He'll find Jones again, complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll throw again. Winston. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other.